Okay, test. Hello guys, it's Francis and Dad again. Welcome to my channel. So tonight, I guess I have something more serious to address and talk about. It relates to my future career decisions, and I believe it can somewhat also affect you guys' future career or current career decisions, or your career decisions in the nearest future, wherever possible. So, starting with the options that I currently have. First of all, I suppose I can still make my own voyage and infiltration into local Chinese companies or local foreign companies who has relatively large branch offices in China, or probably I should just follow my old man's footsteps, doing some sales work, some vehicle parts, engine parts, engineering and sales. But I'm still struggling with making up my mind whether to proceed with helping out my old man or just prepare my second departure to Sydney, Australia, or to other major Aussie metropolitan cities such as Brisbane or Melbourne. However, I just can't deceive myself into believing these cities will provide better career opportunities than Sydney does. Because I still don't have many connections or acquaintances. I have as many acquaintances or connections as I'm having now in Sydney. Though I'm still overseas, I'm not in Sydney anymore. Yet I still keep constant contact with my acquaintances, my friends, my classmates in Sydney, Australia so far. So it's pretty. The answer still seems quite vague and blurry as well as ambiguous. I still can't just decide in an instant. So let's say, for example, I make my way infiltrating into a large company, a large corporation, whether it relates to Chinese culture or to East Asian cultures, or it is going to be a completely Caucasian-owned company, large ones, large enterprises, Caucasian-owned. I still don't think I can stand, the power struggles, the office politics inside. Many of you guys might ask, well, it's normal. You just have to adapt to those craps. You just have to adapt to those political bullshit, political fears. Say you must have a let's say preferential. You must treat people preferentially. Treat your friends well and treat your foes bad. So I still can't stand that culture. I still can't coexist with such culture, and as well as ideology, because it seriously contradicts my Christian belief and my own way of dealing with things and people. It just takes me too much of my brain power, and as you guys already well know, I'm still struggling ferociously with information and decision overloads. I'm still struggling with upstreaming myself from falling into the infamous analysis paralysis. probably you guys, it doesn't make much sense to some of you guys here, since you probably some of you just completely have no idea what information overload or analysis paralysis is all about. So yeah, but still, you know what I'm talking about. You know, at least vaguely, what's a big company, what's working at a large enterprise is like. Probably my best speculation is that if how do we gauge or how do we judge whether a large enterprise, large multinational corporation has a future, promising future, is that the less office politics affairs you have within such entity, the brighter or the more promising the future that such enterprise seems or holds. You know, since let's say once you can organize, manage people pretty well, so that people can work quite, they can co-work, they can cooperate quite harmoniously and towards one single goal. And in other words, basically the enterprise, the entire enterprise works as if it is one single entity. It's in a complete, absolutely unity. So there shouldn't be too much of the office politics involved there. But as you also well know, such you can't find such ideal company to work for very easily. It's just next to impossible to find. Probably other than Facebook, other than some moderately large local Aussie companies like Atlassian. Though Atlassian, it has other branch offices in overseas, in Japan, in the States, or maybe in Canada too. I can't give you a definitive answer just yet, but I firmly believe that at least some of the points I made here should make lots of sense to you guys. That's my best guess. The other thing, the other thing I am struggling to find the definitive answer is that excuse me, what is that? What is that exactly? I believe I tried to compile all my doubts and questions and disbeliefs into one single video clip, but now it doesn't seem to work pretty well. So you see, it's again largely due to the fact of information overload and decision overload. Excuse me. Yeah, just too many thoughts being processed in parallel within my mind, within my freaking cube brain. Anyway, guys, I will let you guys know what exactly is once I figure it out. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I usually don't like to keep my video clip too long, so that just to keep it as concise and as brief as possible, while in the meanwhile maintaining its informative, its usefulness. Meanwhile maintaining its nature of its concise nature as well as usefulness to my fellow audiences. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I'm your host, Francis Ade. Do not forget to leave your comments, your thoughts, and if you happen to be a career mentor or a long-time large corporate drone, such as Uncle Archie Lectury, I would be more than happy to speak to you. over WhatsApp voice calling or video calling, or yeah, or just feel free to ring me or tell me your numbers. I can ring you directly, no matter where you are, no matter what you are currently up to. So thank you again. I'm your host Francis Undead, signing off, and see you next time on YouTube. Goodbye.